Looks like we're talking about IGN again because of this old article from Hard Drive. So this is obviously a satirical article. IGN writer excited to start playing game he just finished reviewing, which is pretty funny. Now, this article was actually published August 9th, 2018. So it's pretty old. It's not a new article by any means. However, Hard Drive decided to share this on Twitter a few days ago, May 29th, 2021. So they're just sharing some old content, getting that out there. So if you want to read it, you do have the option. And I think it's funny. You know, they're just messing around, but it's somewhat true. Oh, right, I just finished reviewing the game. Let me go ahead and play it. Now, this article originally, I believe, dropped around the time that IGN got busted copying some small YouTubers game review on Dead Cell. This guy literally word for word copied it and put it up on the site. It was very embarrassing for IGN. They did eventually acknowledge this and apologize to the young man who made that review. I don't remember who it is, but he was pretty pissed about it. And I'm sure you can imagine why. Here's this little YouTuber, and you have this huge company, IGN, go ahead and just stealing your stuff. It's like, okay. So anyway, what's funny about this post is all of the salt that came from it. Literally. Like, people on there, you're not funny. IGN stood up for human rights. And now their management's after them. Which is pretty funny. So, punching down isn't funny. I don't know how it's punching down. IGN is literally one of the biggest, if not the biggest, video game outlet out there. But this whole post, nothing but salt, salt, salt. And it's these people jumping to try to defend IGN. Who do they really need defending? Are they the best person to jump up and defend with all the nonsense that they've been doing lately? But the replies are great. It's all these check marks. I love these memes like this one. And you got another one right here, which is pretty funny. This is, of course, coming from the third BioShock game. But there's a lot of salt. Games journalists meltdown over satirical article. Seems Geeks and Gamers is taking their team into a new direction, doing some journalism here. Game journalists have gone into a meltdown on Twitter over a satirical article posted by Hard Drive. The article made fun of IGN game journalists, specifically with the clearly satirical headline, IGN writer excited to start playing game he just finished reviewing. The piece was originally a parody of the Flip Mushian incident, which saw him fired from IGN for plagiarizing his article from a YouTube channel in 2018. The response from game journalists on Twitter was glorious, and they weren't too happy this was being resurfaced years later. And here you go. So here's a lot of these people on here punching down. Isn't it funny? Here's another one. This ain't it. At the time, it was a very specific dig, but bringing this out in 2020 just perpetuates a harmful view of critics, and with all the stuff going on at IGN, it feels especially inappropriate. This, of course, is the ongoing feud of a bunch of staff writers upset that their corporate overlords don't like them talking about a political topic that they don't want to get into. And it's just funny seeing the morale at IGN so low. They're so sad. This one here, all the game journalists in the comments right now get hit with a pie. So, it's funny stuff. I like to see them melt down and cry when stuff like this happens, because who doesn't? It's funny. And how defensive they're getting lately, these games journalists. It just shows they realize nobody takes them seriously. Nobody cares what their opinions really are anymore. And they did it to themselves by sitting there trying to make everything some kind of hot topic issue. You know, we got to get all the hot buttons. We got to press them all. We're not going to talk about video games anymore. We're going to talk about what's going on in Israel, Palestine. Even though nobody cares, nobody wants, well, people do care, but people that are going to a game website don't care. Okay, that's not what they're going there to look for. They want to get help beating Resident Evil Village. They don't want your take on world events. Because, well, I probably shouldn't say it because it's YouTube. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.